Most men over 50 begin their mornings in a way that silently destroys their testosterone levels before breakfast, and they have no idea it's happening. What if the very routine you believe keeps you energized is actually draining the hormone that defines your strength, drive, and confidence? I'm Dr. Olivia Carter, a board-certified urologist who has spent over 2 decades studying how small daily habits can completely reshape male health. And what I've discovered may surprise you. It's not genetics. It's not luck. It's what you do in the first 30 minutes of your day that determines whether your testosterone rises or collapses. Testosterone isn't just a number on a lab test. It's the fuel behind your motivation, your focus, your ability to perform, not only in the gym or the bedroom, but in life itself. And yet, millions of men wake up every morning unknowingly sabotaging this powerful hormone through a handful of common habits that seem harmless until they compound year after year. Today, I'm going to show you the truth. 3 morning habits that are proven to suppress testosterone production, lower your vitality, and accelerate the effects of aging. But more importantly, I'll show you how to reverse them, naturally, safely, and effectively, starting tomorrow morning. If you've ever wondered why your energy dips faster than it used to, why your recovery feels slower, or why your motivation isn't what it once was, this message is for you. Because once you understand what's happening in your body each morning, you can take back control of your hormones, your performance, and your confidence. You wake up feeling tired, even after a full night's sleep. Your focus drifts, your energy dips before noon, and the spark that once drove you feels dim. You tell yourself it's just aging, but that's not the full truth. What's really happening begins deep inside your hormonal system. After the age of 50, your body becomes more sensitive to stress, especially in the morning. When your day starts with the wrong triggers, dehydration, lack of sunlight, or immediate mental strain, your cortisol levels rise. Cortisol is your stress hormone, and when it spikes, testosterone drops. It's like a seesaw. When one goes up, the other goes down. What makes this worse is routine. The human body thrives on rhythm, but modern mornings have replaced natural rhythm with constant stimulation. Screens, caffeine, and rush. This chaos sends a signal to your brain that you're in danger, pushing your hormones toward survival mode instead of vitality mode. In my practice, I've seen hundreds of men blaming age for what's actually a lifestyle pattern. The truth is, your body isn't broken, it's reacting exactly as it was designed to under stress. The good news is that once you understand how to realign your mornings with your natural hormonal cycle, your body responds quickly. This isn't about becoming 20 again. It's about restoring the biological balance that your system still remembers. When you wake up aligned with your hormones, energy, focus, and performance, return in ways that surprise most men. Over the years, I've reviewed countless blood tests, lifestyle journals, and early morning routines from men in their 50s, 60s, and beyond. Patterns began to appear, not in genetics or medication, but in behavior, specifically in how they started their day. One patient, a retired police officer, came to me convinced his fatigue was irreversible. He trained, ate well, and avoided alcohol, yet his testosterone was half of what it should have been. When we reviewed his mornings, everything became clear. He woke at 5 a.m., checked his phone instantly, drank 2 cups of coffee before water, and sat reading the news for an hour. In his mind, that was discipline. In reality, it was the perfect storm for hormonal decline. Another man, a business owner, followed a similar routine: heavy caffeine, no breakfast, immediate stress from emails, and wondered why his drive was gone. Both men were unknowingly triggering hormonal suppression before sunrise. When they changed their habits, their blood work and energy transformed within weeks. The data told the same story. No matter the profession or background, the men who maintained strong testosterone shared one trait: their mornings supported recovery, not reactivity. They didn't rush into stress. They started with oxygen, movement, light, and calm, the same biological cues that tell the male body it's safe to produce hormones. That's when I realized the problem isn't age, it's routine. The very habits meant to create productivity are sabotaging performance from the inside out, and among them, 3 stood out as the most destructive. The first habit is what I call the cortisol trigger. It starts the moment you reach for your phone. That instant flood of light, noise, and notifications shocks your brain awake and signals danger before your feet even touch the ground. Your body releases cortisol, preparing for stress instead of calm. Elevated cortisol in the morning suppresses testosterone synthesis for hours. The fix is simple. Give yourself 20 minutes of silence before screens. Start your day with hydration and slow breathing. That single change resets your hormonal rhythm. The second habit is the breakfast myth. Many men believe that skipping breakfast or fueling with caffeine alone saves time or sharpens focus, but it backfires. Without protein or healthy fats early in the day, blood sugar drops, and your body responds with another surge of cortisol. Low energy, irritability, and midday crashes follow. Over time, this cycle teaches your brain that testosterone isn't a priority because survival comes first. A balanced morning meal with eggs, avocado, or Greek yogurt tells your body it's nourished and safe to produce hormones. The third habit is the sedentary start. Remaining seated for long periods after waking slows circulation, reduces oxygen flow, and weakens nitric oxide production, all essential for testosterone and vascular health. Movement doesn't have to be extreme. 2 minutes of stretching, light squats, or a short walk outdoors is enough to activate your nervous system and release hormonal cues for strength and focus. These 3 habits alone determine whether your body operates in stress mode or performance mode. The key isn't adding complicated routines, but removing what works against you. Every man who corrected these patterns noticed the same outcome: steady energy, clearer thinking, and a restored sense of drive. To understand why these small shifts make such a powerful difference, you need to look at how testosterone is produced. Every morning, your body follows a rhythm called the diurnal cycle. Testosterone peaks during the early hours, then slowly declines throughout the day. But when stress hormones rise at the same time, they block the receptors that convert cholesterol into testosterone. It's like cutting the power before the engine even starts. Cortisol isn't the enemy. It's meant to help you wake up and move. The problem is the constant overload caused by technology, poor sleep, and dehydration. When cortisol remains high, it steals the raw materials your body uses to create testosterone. Over time, this leads to fatigue, decreased muscle tone, mood changes, and reduced motivation. Hydration, sunlight, and movement are the natural antidotes. Water thins the blood and improves oxygen delivery, allowing your endocrine system to function efficiently. Sunlight triggers vitamin D synthesis, a direct supporter of testosterone production. Physical activity increases nitric oxide, expanding blood vessels and improving hormonal transport. Each of these actions sends a message to your hypothalamus, the control center of your hormones, that it's safe to produce and release testosterone. This is why so many men who adjust their mornings report rapid improvements. They're not taking shortcuts or supplements. They're simply removing interference and restoring the natural design of their bodies. The science is clear. Your hormones don't age as fast as your habits do. Change the routine, and the body follows. Now that you understand how those hidden habits interfere with testosterone, it's time to rebuild your morning from the ground up. The goal isn't to complicate your life, but to design a rhythm that supports energy, focus, and hormonal balance from the moment you wake. Start with water. Within minutes of opening your eyes, drink a full glass. It jumpstarts circulation and signals your kidneys and liver to begin cleansing metabolic waste. Follow it with 2 minutes of deep breathing or light stretching. This activates your parasympathetic system, reducing cortisol and increasing oxygen flow. Step outside and expose your eyes to natural light. Morning sunlight triggers the release of serotonin, which later converts into melatonin, improving sleep quality that night. Better sleep equals higher testosterone production. Then, fuel your body with a breakfast built on protein and fats. Eggs, avocado, or a protein shake. Tell your system that nourishment is abundant and stress is low. If you exercise in the morning, keep it short and focused. Intensity without exhaustion. Overtraining early can raise cortisol levels. Instead, train to stimulate, not drain. Consistency matters more than duration. These steps form what I call the 5-minute morning reset. Water, breath, light, fuel, and movement. This simple formula recalibrates your hormones and primes your body for performance. When repeated daily, it restores the natural testosterone curve, giving you strength and clarity that most men believe age has taken away. You don't need perfection, you need repetition. Each morning is a new opportunity to rebuild your internal chemistry, one habit at a time. This isn't just about testosterone. It's about what that hormone represents. Vitality, confidence, and the quiet strength that defines a man's presence in his world. When testosterone falls, so does the sense of purpose. Energy declines, mood shifts, and motivation fades. Many men assume that's inevitable, but it isn't. What feels like aging is often a signal that your body is waiting for better direction. You've spent decades building discipline, responsibility, and resilience. Now it's time to apply that same drive to your health. The men who change their mornings don't just restore hormones, they restore identity. They wake up clearer, calmer, and more focused. They reconnect with their physical power, but also with their mental edge, that inner steadiness that turns effort into momentum. Every choice you make before 8 a.m. shapes the rest of your day. You can either feed stress or fuel strength. The men who thrive after 50 are not those who chase perfection. They're the ones who choose awareness. Small changes compound into transformation. And when your hormones, mind, and actions move in the same direction, life feels sharper, lighter, and far more under your control. This message isn't about avoiding age. It's about owning it, proving that maturity and masculinity are not opposites but allies when guided by knowledge. Because when you understand how your body truly works, you stop fighting time and start working with it. You now know that strength after 50 doesn't come from supplements or shortcuts. It comes from mastery. Mastery of your mornings, your mind, and the choices that define your energy before the world demands it from you. The men who protect their testosterone protect far more than a hormone. They protect their focus, patience, and vitality. If you've recognized yourself in what I shared today, take action tomorrow morning. Don't wait for motivation. Create momentum through movement, hydration, sunlight, and stillness. These are the real foundations of male performance and longevity. The results appear not just in lab numbers, but in how you feel, think, and lead your life. You've spent years taking care of others, your family, your work, your responsibilities. Now it's time to take care of the system that carries you through it all. The body doesn't forget how to thrive. It just needs the right signals to wake up again. I'm Dr. Olivia Carter, and my mission is to help men rediscover their strength with science, not guesswork. Subscribe to this channel, and each week I'll guide you through practical, research-backed methods to stay sharp, strong, and in control. Because aging is inevitable, but decline is a choice. This is your reminder that it's never too late to rebuild your foundation and reignite the vitality you thought was gone. The next chapter of your strength begins tomorrow morning.